Hi friends, so today I'm going to tell the story of the Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty. Once there lived a king and queen who had no children. They were very sad. How I wish we had a child, said the queen. After many years, a child was born to them, a little girl. The king was so happy that he threw a big party. There were 13 fairies in the country, and the king invited 12 of them to the party. The 13th fairy was a cruel fairy, so she was not invited. At the party, the 12 fairies gave gifts to the princess. The first gave her beauty, and the second gave her kindness. The third made her clever, and so on. As the 12 fairies came forward to bless the princess, there was a clap of thunder and a cloud of black smoke. The 13th fairy had arrived uninvited. She was very angry. I too have come to bless the child, she clapped. When she is 16, she will pick her thumb on a needle and die. And she disappeared in the black cloud. The 12 fairy stepped forward. I have yet to give the princess my gift, she said. She will not die, but will only sleep for 100 years. All of you in the palace will sleep too. Then, when you wake up, it will be as if no time has passed. The king and queen thanked the fairy, but they wanted to protect their little girl, and so on. Needles were allowed in the country. After that, people had to get their clothes stitched outside the country. All machines had to be saluted as doctors never have injection. The princess grew into a lovely teenage girl. On her 16th birthday, when she woke up, she saw a beautiful young woman sitting by the bed, sewing a dress. What are you doing, my lady? The princess asked. As she had never seen a needle before, the lady was the bad fairy. She said, I'm making a dress for your birthday. Will you help me? The princess agreedly took the needle from her and ups she picked her finger. she fell into a deep sleep. The bad fairy thought she was dead and left the country. She believed her wicked work was done. All the people in the palace slept too. As the years passed, thorny bushes grew around the palace walls, and no one could pass through. 100 years later, 3 young princesses were passing the palace. They saw the bushes and wondered what was behind them. An old lady who was actually the 12th fairy told them, behind those bushes is a palace, and in that palace is a beautiful princess, fast asleep. The first prince took his sword and tried to cut the thorny bushes, but they grew back as fast as he could cut them. The second prince tried with an axe, but the same thing happened. The third prince tried to part the bushes with his bare hands. As he touched them, they turned into grass and let him through. He went into the palace and up the stairs. There the princess lay in her bedroom, as young and beautiful as ever. The prince fell in love with her. He gently kissed her to wake her up. The princess stretched and yawned. Then she saw the prince and she too fell in love. Her father and mother and all the people living in the palace had also woken up. They had a big party to celebrate the prince's 13th birthday, 16th birthday. Five years later, when the prince saw and princess was 21, she married her prince and they all lived happily ever after. Thank you.